Going on YouTube? I'm about to go ahead and trade right now. Some real life trading, ain't no one shot shit like real life trading. Do some, win some. But nah, man, eyes open up. God bless me to get a vision. One time Jesus Christ and God, man. I gotta take both of them. I'm trying to see it. God gave me the vision to be an entrepreneur. From Sanchio, gave me the vision, gave me the energy, he gave me the truth. I didn't know where I was getting it from, so I didn't want to know, like, is it from like Pops? Is it from who is it from? Like, why ain't them? I was confused. Why am I the only one thinking about hustling as being a job? Entrepreneur being a job. I'm like, yo, why am I the only one? So who the fuck I get from? Where all this? How come I'm feeling like I have to be free and just be running my own business? Why? God gave me all the passion in the world and I was just lost. I just thought I was by myself for real. But yo, God just made me connect to my ancestors in the weirdest way, bro. And I find out that my great grandfather was a hustler, bro. And his father was a hustler. His father started it. But then before his father, when he was in another country, Spain and shit, he was already hustling. So I'm channeling that energy from my ancestors. You feel me? And God gave it to me, bro. It's a full circle and it's coming back. We gotta wait for a cross. Once we see the cross, we're gonna continue going up. The cross, like rewards down. Okay. We already up in the gutter, the Bayou Zone gutter. We just gotta keep with it. What you're supposed to do is wait for the cross, then go in. time to lock in. Time to get back this stone. Found out a lot, man. Like they came to me and just told me the truth. My sisters came from Spain, and they was into the trading and reselling, and they had their own shops and shit. When they came to the Virgin Islands, because they had to convert, it was Jewish. They were Jews, so they had to convert to Catholic. So they fled and came to. A lot of them fled. A lot of the Jews fled and went different places. Some went Puerto Rico, some went all over the place, but by lineage they went to the Virgin Islands. But before they had to convert, they was already transporting goods to the Virgin Islands and all over the place. So when they had to convert, they decided to go to the Virgin Islands. And they were doing the same thing what they were doing in Spain. Reselling and they open up a store, they owning land and all type of little big timers, yo. Like I felt that. I felt like I was a conqueror. I'm like, there's no way that I feel like I should be hustling. And my people ain't even hustling. I'm like, yo, why is that? Why do I feel like I have to hustle? Like, why do I feel like I'm an entrepreneur? Why? Why? I started the wrong way. I started, you see, I'm black. So you already know I started the wrong way. Quick, come up. I see me cross that little, cross this right there. So we should give us a little room. By me knowing all of that, everything connecting, now I know, understand trading, understand my mission. This was yesterday. God gave me that vision. How to connect to my ancestors. Some avatar shit. That's crazy. I thought I was like myself. I'm not. I have a higher power with me. Protecting everything I do. Protecting I and I. Like I said, I'm a black man. Like converted from a European, Spanish, white man to a black man, and you know all the odds is against me. Black people fucked up. They had to go to the gutter. They had to reset. And we had to reset. Go back to the gutter. And it's more magnificent because now a black man could, which is me, could live a life that the white people live. The white people really living it off using black people and shit. Them niggas are slaves and shit. Like the all they are, man, this shit deep to the point I even have all the messages on my phone. Like, I have to save them. There it goes. It's a nice downward. Should we cross boom? Oh man. It's easy, man. Cause now I know the truth. My last name is Monsanto. You see what I say? It says the global legend of the Monsanto name, the Sephardic, Jewish, and Afro-Caribbean lineage. You hear that? Historically, Monsanto is a noble surname originated from the Hibernian Peninsula, Spain, and Portugal, meaning sacred mountain or holy mountain. I already know it was something different, bro. During the diaspora, Monsanto families migrated to the Caribbean diaspora is when I was telling you that to convert. You see this step pushing down, so now if you cross it slow, because I already telling you where you want to do, you want to go down. So if you cross it slow right there, you go down. And most of the time when you go down, you want to go down here, so you're going to push down some more. So you're going to show you, going to give you the indication on when to go down. So we just wait for this little retracement, because that's all going on. Look, all they say right there is they say so it's pushing down. So we until we see a little cross in the downward and we going down. There we go. Cross the blue. Then we wow, we go down. Then we check up on it. During the Diaspora, Monsanto families migrated to the Caribbean because being like checking this out. Particularly places like St. Thomas, where I'm from, Puerto Rico, and Concorora, whatever it is. I don't know how the fuck I pop onto this shit, bro. I been hear about it, know about it, but I didn't really know about it till, like I say, it was a spiritual moment. Like I was in meditation. I wasn't really in meditation. It felt like I was in a meditation state. And I was just connecting, and he was talking to me, bro. He was telling me like I'm not lost. You're not the only one. As I'm reading what's going on, we're breezing through the shit. It was like they was talking to me, bro. Cause I was like, man, I hope I ain't doing this for nothing wasting my life because my family already taught me what to do. Get a job. You could live your life. But I never wanted that shit for my life. But I was just like, yo, I feel like I have to be a hustler. This is it. Like the Virgin Islands, St. Thomas, Virgin US, Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, I know where they became prominent merchants, ship owners, and civic leaders. The American corporate titan in the business world, the name became globally famous via the Monsanto company, a multi-billion-dollar agricultural and chemical empire founded in Saint Lucia in 1901 by John Francis Quincy, who named the company after wife Rosa Mendez Monsanto. So that's how I was really learning about Monsanto. That part right there, like Monsanto is all in Delaware. You feel me? I did big research on the Monsanto company. I'm like, what the fuck, Monsanto? I seen that. I'm like, what? Then it was like, okay, fine. What the fuck, John? And people too, though. So I'm like, wow. Then it's said, Olga. She was in Texas and Monsanto. She was like, I forget about her, but that's not my lineage because I did everything. That's not my lineage. There's cousins, you feel me? But Olga have a whole history for all shit, you feel me? But that's not me. If your family has been in the Delaware, so that was just the global letting in, and it gave you, I mean, then it was crazy. The Delaware and Mid-Atlantic Monsanto connection. If your family has been in the Delaware, which that's where I'm at, Maryland or Philly area for a long time, Monsanto name carries a very specific reputation of talent, art, artistry, and deep connection roots. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm from Delaware. It's with chills, creative and athletic brilliance in the mid-Atlantic region. Monsanto are known for being incredibly gifted. For example, Kofi Monsanto made waves as a standout track and field athlete at Delaware State University. What? That's crazy. Nigga, my brothers and cousins graduated from Delaware State University. My uncle graduated from Delaware State University. He's one who bring us to Delaware. My father, brother, he had a scholarship for botany, so he came up. Delaware State University in the 1990s. The very same school, my friends, my pastor, my best friend, Mosho is the pastor, and Sala is my best friend, family leads. You feel me? Like, they saying, like, this thing right there was trying to let me know powerful families will be connected, you feel me? Spiritually, energy wise, without you even knowing. That's why you to connect to certain people. So my best friend is a Sola, which is Sola. They they run a lot of shit in fucking in Delaware, and the Mushu is really my pastor, but also she's family with the Sola, so it's like a powerhouse. Like, and they were saying there's no coincidence why you're connected to them type of family because my name is really a big name. My title is just a big name in the world, and I don't know. You feel me? So my grandfather was a cop, so stuff like that. But I didn't really know they was controlling ports and trades from different countries. They were really big shit. But I come from my great grandfather, my great grandfather, but my great grandfather is who started it, and his son watched his father, and he continued it, which was it was other siblings too doing it. The sister was big timer. Sister was a Monsanto. I didn't really get into the sister. I was just getting into my lineage. You feel me? Like I was telling you, it says just like you described Chris' natural glow, the Monsanto name itself has an inherent, unmistakable presence. People hear the name Monsanto and they really pay attention. I don't know about to pay, but because I'm like the first generation in my family to be up here in America. Even in Delaware, for me, it's like niggas have to build. Of course, no, because of why me and my siblings did, yeah. But other than that, other than that, I don't know about that. But if I go down to the Virgin Islands, oh yes. If I go down to the Virgin Islands, you're damn right. Everybody know the Monsantos. I've been trying to like know what's going on. I ask my family to just know their father and their mother, and that's it. They don't really know outside there. You know what I mean? And their father was a cop. So my grandfather became his father a cop, and my father became doing warehouse jobs and stuff like that. My mom is a nurse. The whole hustle just got crumbled, but they say it had to be a restart. You feel me? Because once that depression shit started in the 49ers when the United States came on board it, the prices went up and all type of shit started going on. He was like, man, this is too much headache. Well, my grandfather's father, which was the first cop, he was looking at his father hustling. I was like, man, he going through a lot of shit, so I want to be secure and stable. So let me just be a cop. And he became a cop. Then my grandfather seen that, and he became a cop too. And I was like, we stuck in 95 rule. You feel me? Like he had like what 5 kids. All his kids have jobs. My father have kids. We all have jobs. All his 5 kids have jobs. And we like what? Nah, no. Mm-mm, not me. I didn't know. I just had a feeling growing up. My father was the first one to taught me hustle because he used to hustle. He taught me that. Taught me a valuable lesson about money. If you ever want money, this when I was young, I was probably in like kindergarten or preschool. He said, if you ever want money, you gotta know how to count money. And that was the first time I ever know about money. I was in the Virgin Islands. You feel me? I said, can I get your money? He said, nah, I count it. I couldn't count it. He said, if you ever want money, you gotta know how to count money. You feel me? That was the first lesson I know about money. And I was in the Virgin Islands. And I came up here when I was 10 years old. I was young as fuck. I remember that because I'm a hustler for real, like entrepreneur. I feel it in my bones, with the Scully DNA. And it all makes sense. Like I said, I had to connect to my ancestors for real. The answers just came to me. And I had to try. Now they're telling you about they're telling you about the Delaware, the Mid Atlantic, about Kofi Monsanto. They talk about the global, which was the agricultural program on Mendes, Monsanto, John Francis, that's the global Monsanto shit now they're talking about. Now I gonna get into is the legendary St. Thomas lineage. That's I and I right there, you feel me? So now we getting into my family shit. The Monsanto name in St. Thomas carries a massive amount of historical respect for fact. And you know, when I go down there, I say Monsanto, everybody say, yo, Monsanto. Yeah, right. Respect, man. Like, now understanding why. The original pioneers' historical records show the Monsanto family was the very first Jewish family to arrive and settle in St. Thomas back in 1796. They were part of a highly educated, wealthy merchant class that helped build the infrastructure of the island. You hear that? And they try and say all of it from your ancestors are carried through DNA and why you don't have the glow and why certain people don't move and have a connection with other big companies and why when you go in the room everybody watching you and shit like I wanted to know why all of it was going on. Why look how I look. I look like I feel like I was scared of the power, bro, for me, because I used to just look at myself and be like, why you watching? Like, why you interested? Why? I never used to like show myself, even though I used to crave to show myself. But I don't know. It should be weird. People just used to, even to this day, I'm used to it now. I love it now. I go into the jobs, I get a new job, Amazon, every job I get into is like I don't upgrade fast. Like shit just to be handed to me. People will come and help me out. All the attention is on me. All type of shit. I should be a celebrity for me. You see, the original pioneers, historical record show that Monsanto referred to in St. Thomas back in, they were part of a highly educated wealthy merchant class island leaders of generation. So, of the island leaders over generation the family produced legendary local figures. If you go to the Charlotte Amali St. Thomas today, the Grand Bandstand in the historic Impact Emancipation Emancipation Park bears a dedicated plaque to David E. Monsanto, and that's a fact. I should want to finish off 12%. Because I went there, I looked down and I seen it. It says David, he was doing banner shit. So yeah, we're gonna finish off with Daddy. Then the next one is gonna be the generation of Victor Louis Monsanto. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make a video and start dedicating this to my ancestors we out for my shit die.